Hey, yo, over here. This is gonna be just talking video. There's not gonna be anything build related. I'm gonna just say some stuff that like related PoE content. So if you care about my PoE content, there's timestamps, like time codes somewhere in the description and on the bar. So feel free to click them. So yeah, I think I'm quitting PoE. Mm, it's not that, usual thing. Oh, PoE is shit. GGG, fix your game. GGG, bigu shito. It's not that. In the last few leagues, I've been feeling like PoE has been interfering with my emotional well-being too much, as well as I've been feeling how PoE has been an endless sinkhole for both my emotions and time. And the more fun I had, the more fun I required, and it was like an endless cycle since like Sentinel. Because I found a way to have a lot of fun, and in Kalandra, for the first time, I realized that in Sentinel, I've brought the plank so high up that I cannot enjoy what I enjoyed previously anymore. I became more competitive, I started caring more about currency, about pushing, about leveling, about optimizing the build. I basically started caring too much, and it has been making my experience miserable. I tried to not care, like this league. I from what you've seen, I've not been really like tryharding to optimize the build. Even though I've been like getting a lot of currency, it's mostly because I spent a lot of time. And some of you might say that I burned out, but no, I still want to play PoE. The problem is that I started to realize the problems of this like infinite cycle of wanting more and more and more. And today I spoke to a good friend of mine who I know for like more than 2 years in PoE, and he said that he wants to start doing MF. And I realized at that point that I'm probably not the only one experiencing that. In fact, the whole MF community is the peak of the development of this dopamine chase. More, get more, get more. And at some point you just become a full-time MFer and you just don't enjoy anything else. And even though I'm really far from MFing, I just I just start seeing those processes, and I start understanding that I log into the game not as much for the fun to be had, but mostly because I'm addicted, just like most of you, right? And realizing that has been haunting me for a very long time, but I feel like now is actually the time. So to explain what was the last like drop, like the what broke the camel's back, I think that's how it's said in English. I played Bleed Glad, and I decided to drop it because it wasn't strong enough for the content, right? So I spec'd into Spectral Shield Throw, and I was having a lot of fun. I was making a lot of currency, and I love Spectral Shield Throw, and I was playing Champion, basically the best SSD ascendancy. And I did some huge upgrades, and my build became stronger. But when I went into higher juicing maps that I left off at Bleed Bow, I realized that the hunger for upgrades, which I didn't really have, but nevertheless, I did a lot of upgrades and I felt how my character became stronger. But the amount of fun I was having severely not decreased, but like I realized that the hunger is not satisfied. It has become even more. Oh, now I need this 50 divine item. I need like 100 more divines, and I started seeing the same pattern of constant escalation of the scales, of like having fun, so to speak. And it just made sense. It's like it all happened finally at the right time. It's like all those times before I didn't have enough insight and like knowledge and understanding, but this time it clicked. It actually clicked that no matter how good of a game PoE is, I am addicted to it. And that is a fact. And that going to league starts has become more of a chore. Not a chore, but like a work. You know, I have to league start or I'll miss it. And I've been doing it for like so long that, yeah, I probably might need to take a break and see how it goes, or just quit entirely. I don't know, we'll see. But it just so surprising to me how this league was the best league ever that I had, and yet it feels to be the worst league. It's even worse than those leagues where I fucked up my league starter and I was like suffering a lot and like quitting for 1 week. It's almost as if the more successful I am, the less fun I have. But at the same time, when I'm not successful, I quit really soon. So I have this like type of attachment. It's like, I don't care about investing that much time. So yeah, there isn't gonna be any more bleed bowl builds like videos. There's even a possibility that I'll quit making PoE content as a whole. So if you're a PoE frog, I'm sorry, I might not deliver any content anymore. Um, I'll take some time to think. I might convert my channel into something new. So if you see something like some drastic changes, you'll know why if you watch this video. So yeah, um, yet again, to like foreseeing the possible comments that would assume that I have a burnout, I don't. That's the weird thing to me. I do not have a burnout. I'm still really interested in playing the game. It's just that, you know how you might be having fun sliding down the hill, right? When it's like snowy and it's like very fun. And you're having fun. You're like going really fast and you're like, but then you look forward, right? And you look at things that are like days away from you, maybe like weeks or months. And you realize that is not what I want. That even though the process is enjoyable, it's enjoyable because I'm addicted to it. And I'm like a slave to it rather than like a free person. But then being a free person means that I don't want to play PoE. There are better games to spend my time on. And yeah. So I just feel like I need to get out of the seat and stop sliding somewhere. It's kind of depressing to me that I've been playing this game for like 3.5 years and that I finally came to this conclusion. Depressing, not that all this time is wasted or that I might never come back, but depressing how games can be sometimes so good that they're bad for you, you know? It's almost like with candies, like candies can be such high quality that you just can't stop eating them. And the similar thing is here. So yeah, I yeah, it's more of a, like venting and stuff. So I think that's it. If any of you have experienced stuff like that, feel free to share in comment section. Right? I think um maybe for someone it is important to see this kind of video or see the comments to realize, right, I might need to quit PoE 2 or take a break. Yeah. Also, one more thing that I forgot to say is that in the end, it all feels really, really pointless to the point where, you know how, like, let's take some competitive games, right? When you play competitive games, you have a goal. You want to become a better player. And even though those player skills might not really translate to anything else, it's still like self-improvement in some way, at least in some way. While in PoE, I'm just mindlessly killing monsters, and for what? I'm not even earning money. I'm not streaming. I'm just killing monsters. And this realization that I had, like for a long time, again, that there's no point compared to other games, and that I'm probably addicted, it has boiled down to this. So that's it. It might be my last PoE video, even though it's not really PoE, but yeah. So thanks to everyone who shown support to the bleed bow videos, even though they haven't been the best quality, like the build wise, it wasn't like the most refined. I honestly haven't put enough effort in my opinion, but you guys showed a lot of attention and like love for the build you used to love when it was strong. So yeah, thanks a lot. It it means a lot to me. So yeah, that's all I have. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and see you somewhere else. Peace.